You guys, I'm back! Finally, at long last. It feels like it's been forever. Like, seriously, it's like barely been a week since I last did a stream. I don't want to hear my voice. No one wants to hear you. Blech. Okay, but either way, now I am back, and it feels like it's been so long, but it's barely been like just over a week, and we are back in Marvel Heroes with more Beast of Awesomeness and more prestiging and fun. Hey, look, 5% off G bundles. No thanks. I'm good. And look, we've got Black Bolt upcoming. Yay! So he's our next hero, which means that we are going to get to see what's her name, Medusa, as well. She's going to be the team-up hero that we get along with Black Bolt, just like we got Jubilee along with Beast. So we'll see. I'm very anxious to see him on the test center. I hope that he comes out relatively soon because I would like to test him out. Again, you guys know that I'm kind of like meh with the whole, like, everything that's been going on essentially. So I remain ever hopeful. Don't get me wrong, I really do. I'm gonna like stack up max, or at least close to max currency. Why not? Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm like I said, I am hopeful that that we get some good stuff from him and that he's done well, because again, I was a little bit iffy on Beast, but then when he was released I was like, okay, cool, he's good, and so I bought him. And honestly, the more that I play, the more I get into the what's it called, the more I get into, well, pretty much everything about this with like between now the new changes with the God, I can't talk today. With the boosts, but also the changes with like the powers and things like that. I'm still not about this movement thing though. That's the one thing that really still has me like kind of irked essentially. And of course now I got like all of these shield boosts and I'm not going to be able to actually redeem any of them. We'll see how it goes. So for those of you who don't know, the shield supply boosts, the way that it works is after you fill up the entirety of that little bar, you get essentially a big loot drop of various sorts, and you have a chance to get all sorts of really awesome stuff. The problem is it's based off of unit defeats. It's not based off of like the regular XP you get by just playing through the game, unfortunately. So it's kind of like, what the fudge? And it would be nice if it went with the units, but the thing is, it's such a big deal that's why they didn't do it. And plus, you have the multiplier, so you can get more and more fairly readily and all that kind of stuff. But look, we got people here. We got Retro Zero, and we got Beethoven. I don't care if that's how you say it. I'm close. Close enough. That's all that matters. Is Captain America's vulnerability really physical injury? Because he seems kind of beefy in that way. Like, isn't that half of the point of the character? Is that he's like beefcake? Mmm, delicious beefcake. In Hightown, okay. Well, yeah, but the thing is, like, you can go to the cow level because there's a ton of bad guys in the cow level, too. But that doesn't really mean anything. That's the problem. Like, I mean, it's not really going to help you out any because you're still just going to be... I mean, it's still based off of the regular thing. I mean, maybe I'll head into Hightown later on and see how I do. So maybe after I get to, like, level 50 or something with Beast... I might be able to go farther relatively easily because I've got a pretty substantial XP boost going on right now. So I may very well do that instead. Because it seems like a viable thing to do. But I know that there's a bunch of people who are just like, oh yeah, I got like 8 shield packets. I'm just like, holy crap. Although, part of my problem is that I've basically been in the Stone Age for like a week. So last Monday, I was out of town. Last week, I was on a trip. And then, so last Monday, I couldn't play. And then on Saturday, I couldn't play because I didn't have internet. Like, ever since I got back, up until yesterday, I didn't have internet. And so I was basically in the Stone Age. It was like, what the fudge? What the fudge?
Oh, I've been looking forward to this.
It's so weird not seeing his lips move. It's nice that he has an actual face and stuff, but it's like he's not actually speaking. It's creepy. It's very Uncanny Valley. Or at least as close as you're going to get to Uncanny Valley without having actual distinctive facial features. But yeah, I'll probably hop into what's it called, into a Hightown as Rocket in not too long, just to see what all the hubbub is about. Because I know it's a pretty big deal. Here, let's go back here. Because I've got the, what's it called, the legendary quest. But incidentally, oh my god, I forgot to ask, how is everybody doing? How was y'all's week? Like, seriously, because I've been gone for, like, ever. Did the world basically end while I was gone? Because, I mean, it always feels like it ends. Like, every day it feels like the world ended in some way. Excuse me. Woof. Oh, that's right. The 300 enemy count prior to bosses. That does make sense. I'm confused about this practice equipment thing. Okay. Because like I've got like a little bug here where it shows the thing twice and one of them is wrong. It's really weird. Take that, practice equipment. You know, doesn't this just seem like really petty for a hero to do? Where it's like, you want to defeat me? No, I'm going to destroy all your training equipment. Booyah! Like, seriously, it seems legit petty at this point.
I should really learn to control my destructive urges. Perhaps there is a greater meaning behind all that violence.
Oh, we'll see. Oh god, yeah, the whole Sweden thing. That was ridiculous. Don't even get me started. But also, hi, Rev. Rev is here. And actually, I didn't even say hi to Euronin. Hello. But I really hope that you guys had good weeks. Because, obviously, I was not really around for it. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm sorry. I tried. Costume farming. Oh, you mean you're getting the what's it called with the shield supply drops? Doing costume farming? Because I know that's one of like the random things you can manage to pick up. So it's pretty sweet. Although it's ironic that you say that Angela and Cyclops are beasts when there's a character called Beast and he's like a beast. Like, for reals? OMG? Like, seriously? Ah! My screen went to sleep. Wake up! Is that why you mentioned Hightown? I assume it is. Let's say after I go through this, after I go through Hand Tower, I'll hop into Hightown with Rocket, and we'll see if we can scare up a one of these shield boxes. We should be able to. I've gotten a decent amount, and I mean, having that 5x multiplier is just like, I mean, it's ridiculous. It makes, I mean, anything. It makes anything so much easier. Oh, okay. You're doing the prestiging. Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. How'd you get so many of the shield boosts? Were you just like trading in the old ones? Burned through 2 million in credits just for the costume grinding. I bet it's pretty ridiculous. I mean, the thing is, you want to balance it out at least a little bit because you want to have at least some like XP boosts, right? So that you can make the prestiging easier. I mean, I think it makes sense anyway. But call me crazy. Black Cat helps you recoup. How? You mean like her synergy? If that's what you mean, I honestly don't remember what it is. I remember, what's his name? I want to say it's Gambit, who gives a +2 credit find, if memory serves. Which it occasionally does. You guys, I'm like so tired. I actually got really lucky today because, for those of you unaware, today is technically one of those weird days where some people don't go to work. And so it was nice for me because it meant that I had fewer problems with getting around and driving around and stuff. So that was nice. And then I got to I got to go and lose my train of thought. Oh, I got home earlier than I normally do, so I already worked out, which was nice. But I still have to eat and do a bunch of other stuff. Or at least try to do a bunch of other stuff. God, my life, like, it never ends. There's always work to do, you guys. Oh, that's right. She has that weird little theft thing. Yeah. How was La La Land? I didn't go to La La Land, Rev. It was not La La Land. Nor have I seen the movie, although, of course, everybody raves about it. Okay. We're going to go into Hightown so that we can grab onto one of these little things here. I mean, should I do Cosmic? Does that make a difference? I'll go with Heroic because I know Heroic will be reasonable for me. But suffice to say... Alright, let me see real quick. That's not what we want. We want power. Synergy. So there, Black Cat is the bleeding, and then there's the 5 bonus credits per drop, which is nice. And then, of course, we got the credit find boosts and all sorts of stuff. Basically, there's always a way to be able to find some good stuff. I wasn't in LA. No, I was in Palo Alto. Juggershot, sir. Excuse me, sir. Sir, excuse me. I'm going to need you to calm down, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me. No. Sir, you do not sir to me. No, sir. I'm going to need you to take it back a couple of notches. Okay? Okay. Good. Glad we agree. Ew. Just sounds so wrong and creepy. It's never gonna happen, Evil Adam! Never gonna happen! Never, ever, not ever. Well, maybe if you paid me like $1 million. Maybe. I mean, even then, I can't guarantee. Sir, no, sir. You, sir, no. No, no. No, sir, Jukkerchaw, sir. No. She's so funny and adorable. She is neither funny nor adorable. She is a weird climbing rat. It's weird and creepy. I'm just here for the shield box. Can do that with Monopoly money. I don't want Monopoly money. I need legal tender. I don't know. But I'm curious, like, it's been, what, just over a week now since we got the, I guess the boost thing was the last major one that we had. Do y'all have any thoughts on it? Because I know the more I've been playing with it, the more I've enjoyed it. Like, at first I was kind of like, meh, a little bit, but now I'm much more sold than I was previously on the boosts, at least. I never thought there was anything particularly wrong with our boost system before, but now it's like, okay. Oh, I'm about to get a shield drop. Y'all best wish me luck that I'm gonna get something good. Squirrels get offended when they're called rats. How would you know? Woohoo! I got a shield supply box, you guys! Nice! Ooh, who should I open it as? Ooh, that's a tough call. I should probably get Beast up to level 60 and open it as Beast. It's good to see you too, Jukercha. It's good to have you. I'm glad you're here, sir. See, Jukercha, this is why you're cool. You may be a troll, but there's at least a semblance of mutual respect. Because RESPECT. Find out what it means to Juk. RESPECT, etc., etc. Punisher? I don't even know her. Ha! No? Nobody? Okay. RESPEKT, that's right. With a capital K. I love Rocket's ultimate. It's like the bestest. Here, let me get out the way a little bit. That way I can properly pew pew pew. What is this? Are these supposed to be the heroes for hire? Was Punisher one of the heroes for hire? I honestly don't know. How you're supposed to get shield boosts? Yeah, basically you can either buy them or you can get them from Mark 1 fortune cards. It's unfortunate, so basically you want to use them as much as possible and just sort of like keep like the 5 stack as long as you can. Because as long as you're keeping the 5 stack, then you'll have the maximum possible and it'll just increase the time that you have at 5, which I think is kind of the point from their perspective. But effectively, that's how you do it. I'll show you in a little bit. After we finish these guys off, I'll swap back to what's the name, Beast, so y'all can see a little bit. The problem is this is just so slow. There's like barely any people here. Really? Black Cat was a hero for hire? That's ridiculous. Yes, you can get the fortune card Mark 1s from Clea, and that's basically how you would get them. Without going over the paywall. Oh, I can definitely see that. Without a doubt. Well, what's this? What's this? What's happening here? Why did I get ketchup? I don't want Agent Nikki's ketchup. That's kind of cool that I got those, though. Incidentally, if you guys don't know, there actually is a story behind Agent Nikki's ketchup blend. Agent Nikki is one of the developers for Marvel Heroes. At least I think she was a developer. I don't think she was like a regular personnel. I think she was actually a dev. But basically, they got into this whole thing about ketchup versus mustard on hot dogs, and she was just like, no, team ketchup, and people were like, no, team mustard, and she was just very adamant about having ketchup. It's weird. It's a very long story. The final defender? Ooh. Yeah, the prestiges get to be really expensive with the cube shards. I mean, like, individually, the things are not too bad, the gourds, but they add up really quick if you're prestiging a lot of people. And that's part of why I've avoided it. But yeah, so let's see, there's my ancient gourd. I could almost get a red, you guys. I technically could, like, right now if I really wanted to. Okay, so let me show you guys a thing real quick. Ugh. So see the fortune card mark 1. So you see in the commons we got the shield supply boost, the XP boost, the currency boost. That's how you get them. I don't know how many cube shards I have. I've got a decent number. Here we go. I'm really bad at doing the daily quests to keep them. So on that note, let's go ahead and do a giveaway for you guys. I got 2 fortune cards. You guys get 1 guess about what I get. If you get it right, then you will get, I guess, a fortune card, because I think that's the cheapest thing that you can gift now. So if you get it right, then you get a fortune card, because you're cool. I'll pretend to give it to myself. Because, yeah, these are 100. The gift items, we only have the hero. I guess I could be like, you get a currency boost. But yeah, it's like basically it's either that or an XP boost. So I guess you get your choice between a fortune card or an XP boost if you get it right. There, see, Evil Adam. Guessing that it's going to be a shield supply boost. That's what I'm talking about. Speaking of which, let us switch back to Beast. Mean old Beastie. Alright, let's see. What did we just do? This. Let's go into Fisk Tower. And remember, if you're just going to farm the story for the quest XP, don't bother playing on Heroic. It's not worth it, you guys. Please, please, please don't do that. Yeah, well, for pretty much everything, they give them out as part of like the daily gifts. Like it's part of the various boxes and stuff like that. So, you know. Alright, let's see. Rev is guessing a credit boost. Test subjects? That sounds ominous and sounds very Umbrella Corporation-y. Oh, nice. But see, this is ridiculous, you guys. We've only got 2 guesses. Look at all this stuff that hasn't been guessed. We've got the XP boost. We got decorative artifacts, a combo boost, infinity orb. We've got all sorts of pets, all sorts of costumes. Like, come on, you guys. It's going to be amazing. Like, all the amazings. But Jokercha, Evil Adam already said shield supply boost. You can't say it twice. A Herbie? I would love to have a Herbie. I would love to have any pet. I'm so lonely. But no, I live by myself, you guys. It's a sad existence. You ran out of cube shards. Well, the nice thing now is we can get the equivalent of what, like basically 2.5 prestiges, almost, from doing the daily farming of the terminals. Like, because I think we've got 14 now. So no, you're almost up to 3 prestiges, effectively.
Your presence here is a grave mistake.
Do they reset every hour? I honestly don't know. They very well could. Because I genuinely have no idea.
I'm afraid that's beyond my capabilities.
I would be very surprised if that was true. But doesn't mean it's not. Just means that I would be sitting here looking like an idiot. Uru Forged! Bah! We don't need no Uru Forged here. Speaking of which, that's one of my favorite changes from the last couple of weeks is we now have the Uru Forged vendor. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's awesome. Tremendously helpful having an Uru Forged vendor person. I would never make you do anything. So over here, we got the Uru Forged vendor. And you can literally just buy the Uru Forged items for credits. So it's super convenient. Tremendously helpful. Alright. Moving on. Chapter 5. So in this one, I'll actually do most of the things. I was debating about doing that. I mean, obviously, we're still waiting on the closet change, the big giant change of switching everything to this new way of having and storing costumes, where we don't have the actual physical costume items. So it'll be interesting to see that particular change. It'll probably be on Test Center relatively soon. They said March, so I don't know if it's actually true, but we will see. But that's why, like, now is the mad rush to prestige everybody. You're prestiging a hero to red a day? That is crazy, man. Super crazy. It's impressive. Very impressive, but man, I couldn't do that. I just don't have the time. Or the patience. I would just be like, no! Alright, we're almost done at least. Really? And they give me, I'm a dude with a buzzsaw for a hand, because that makes perfect logical sense. That is some impressive prestiging skills, though, no joke. So incidentally, after I'm done with this chapter, I'll go ahead and open up those 2 fortune cards. So if y'all have any other guesses, now is the time to put them in. And lock in your guesses. You gotta push the big button so that it goes... Pew! For me personally, at least right now, the cube shards are not as much of an issue. The biggest thing is just the time. I just do not have the time to play anymore. I mean, between like my new routines and trying to get like all my video stuff done and craziness at work, it's just I do not have the time. I really don't. Not to mention trying to have, you know, like fun or whatever. Like how dare I? It's pretty crazy. Under pressure. $60 by the Savage Land. That's actually pretty far along, all things considered. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me, Evil Adam. I mean, at the same time, I know a lot of people have been anxiously awaiting to play as Black Bolt. They really have. And the thing is, I don't blame them, because as far as like uniqueness in heroes and that kind of thing, you can't really beat Black Bolt. I'm very, very curious as to how they're going to do that. Well, this isn't good. Everything kind of broke, it seems. I love how I'm standing in fire and it's like barely hurting me at all. Not to mention it's barely hurting these mutants. Apparently all mutants are immune to fire. I don't know if you guys were aware, but it's true. We just learned that. So wait, does this mean I can't actually get to the Morlock Underground because this thing is like glitching out on me or something? Because it certainly appears that way. There we go. That was weird. I wonder what happened. Oh, okay. You don't have a boost. See, that makes a lot more sense then. It does. Hey, there's a cosmic dupe down here in the sewers. God dang it, Rev. Rev, you are just ridiculous. You and your posts of ridiculousness. I mean, I will admit they are hilarious. Like they have their charm. It's very exciting. But come on, man. And like I said, after this, after I finish up with this chapter, I will go on ahead and open up those 2 fortune cards that I bought. So it's not quite last call for your guesses, but it's pretty close. So far, we've got... I think we got the credit boost, the shield boost, the XP boost, and the Herbie pet. I believe are the guesses thus far. Yeah, there's like a bunch of weird little bugs like that all over the place. I mean, it happens with any game or any software, really. We got that kind of stuff with our software. I mean, our software is perfect. What are you talking about? Our software is the most perfectest software that has ever done anything. And y'all would be lucky to be able to use it for scientific purposes.
Perhaps I've overdone it. Have you no decency?
No. Okay, seriously, where's our Kelsey Grammer enhanced beast costume? I've been waiting for like 2 weeks, and I don't have my Kelsey Grammer enhanced beast costume. Like, what's the point of even living at this point? That was funny. Beast asked Juggernaut about all of his hostility, and then Juggernaut proceeded to headbutt me. It seems like an appropriate response to somebody asking about why it is that you're so hostile. Just freaking headbutt him. Just be like, F you, pah! And I just realized I missed out on, like, starting up this particular thing, too. Oh well, it's not a big deal. More importantly, when I open up the fortune cards, I don't have to switch to a different hero.
What is this clobbering you speak of? You've suffered tremendously at the hands of our enemies.
That is true. NASA has some pretty amazing download times. Like, can you imagine living in a world with 90 gigabytes per second download speeds? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, Korea's pretty good, but it's like, come on. You missed the SpaceX launch? What the fudge, bro? Do you even science? Like, come on, man. It's like you don't even care about what happens in the world of awesome science. And that worries me. That worries me, Euronin. Okay, we're going to open up these fortune cards. We have an XP boost. That means that somebody wins. And also, I get an XP boost. And we have a currency boost. Didn't somebody say currency boost too? I'm pretty sure they did. Let me see here. There we go. There's credit boost. And then, so Rev said credit boost. And Jokercha said XP boost. Woo! Go you guys! Ah, I don't want to drop those. I mean, I guess I could, but... Somebody's leaving rose petals all over the place. It's disgusting. It's a mess. It's like a pigsty up in this biznitch. Okay. Moving right along. I just want to try to get to level 60 so I can open up that shield thing. That would be very, very nice. I'm just saying. I should be able to. I'm level like 51 now, so I should be fine. Should not be a problem. I'm going to do at least most of this chapter 2. Your modding schedule? What do you mod? Like Minecraft? Or CSGO? That's what you guys need to watch. Y'all need to watch me play CSGO. I kind of suck. Yeah. It's pretty amazing. It's one of those things where you watch and you're just like, wow, I didn't realize that a human could be so bad at hand-eye coordination. And I'm just like, well, you know, it's kind of what happens. It's just kind of how I roll.
I'm afraid that's beyond my capabilities.
Give your Ronin an XP boost. I can do that. I can roll. Oh, your Twitch channel modding. Okay, so you're moderating. Okay. You're not like modifying, you're moderating. Okay, that makes more sense. Watch me Cosmic Prestige Scroll Girl. Prefer it to what exactly? Because, I mean, there's like nothing better than doing like all these great things that I'm doing right now.
Your resistance was expected. Kill the mutant.
I have successfully resisted, you guys. Showed those purifiers what was what. Well, that's pretty cool, Euronin. You do the modding. That's awesome. I was never able to do that. Like, whether it was forums or channels or... I mean, like, obviously I do it for my own channel. But other than that, like... when I first started doing my YouTube stuff, like, I had no idea that it would become what it has become. And so, like, I spent a decent amount of time every week just answering comments and stuff. Because that's one thing that I wanted to do. Was when I started up the channel, I was like, you know, I'm going to answer people if they ask me a question. You know, I'm not just going to be like, hey, here's a video. You know, F you. But, like, I mean, it takes a decent amount of time to do. It's pretty crazy sometimes. But we try. We try.
We will usher in true utopia.
Alright, so now we gotta go into the experimental thing. Yeah, exactly. I mean, as long as you're buffing stuff, it's not too bad, but for me, it's more just, I don't want to play a Squirrel Girl, so no. No, thank you. Nice. That's pretty cool, Rev. And that's what I said, like, it's not that I was never particularly interested, it's just that I never had a lot of time for it. And that's why, like, for me right now, you know, when I do my streams, I only do them twice, maybe 3 times a week, because I just don't have time to, unfortunately. I wouldn't mind doing it more frequently, but I just can't. Like, between all my other stuff that I'm doing, it's just like, what the fudge? Evil Adam, that's just mean. Don't be doing that. Juggercha, you won! We said this! So basically, your Ronin is going to get an XP boost because Rev generously donated his winnings. And Juggercha, you win something too. But incidentally, your Ronin, I don't know if I have your IGN. What is it? Can you let me know? Because you're getting a you're getting a XP boost courtesy of this guy right here. Oh yeah. Okay, well if you do that, Evil Adam, then no, I will not respond to every single comment. That I don't do because there's been a couple of people who have done that where they literally ask me like the exact same thing over and over and over on several videos, and like I just answer it once and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. As there was one person who did that where this was actually fairly recently. It was on my board gaming videos, and somebody asked me like, yo, when you talk about the games, can you show the components? Because I used to not do that. I do that now, but I used to not do it. And so this person commented on like 4 or 5 of my board game videos like, oh, like I asked you to show the components, why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it? I'm like, you're commenting on videos that I finished like 3 years ago. I can't go back and change them and make them appear that I show off the stuff. Like, that's not how it works, unfortunately. And so I do it now, I really do, but you have to look at the modern videos. Just like with my Twitch streams. You know, my Twitch streams, I used to, like, I didn't have the camera set up. I didn't have the green screen the whole time. I didn't have an external microphone. I used to use this microphone. You know, it's called upgrading the apparatus, people. It's called production quality, and people care. People care. Not very many people care, but some people care. Rev and Jukachar are both the hackers. Rev is always the hacker, though. Yeah, essentially that's what I tend to want to say with stuff like that, Rev, but I mean I don't. Like I said, I'll just answer it like basically the first time that they ask it, I'll answer, and then I just ignore the rest of the comments that say the same thing. Cuz it's like I know, I get it. That's why I changed it, is because I knew that it's something that's not great, and you know, people want to see what's going on in the nitty-gritty and all that kind of stuff. And that's why I do it now. Why don't I show some more skin? I'm not that kind of streamer, Juggercha. I'm not that kind of streamer. Although if it meant I got tips, I'd probably be willing to do it. But only a little bit. And only up until the point where it's legal. Because I don't want to get banned. That would not be good. That would totally suck. I want to get banned from Twitch. Okay, it's just your Ronin in-game. Gotcha. So I'll add you and we'll see if it's correct. So you get that. And then Juggercha, who else is new? That is a good question. Who else is new? I think your Ronin is probably the newest person who is here right now. Let me take a look at the list real quick. Let's see, Ronin. Maytherwin is also new, but I don't know if he or she is actually playing the game. So I don't know if they would like a gift of some sort. Tridine is also in chat and relatively new as well. Basically, you and Rev are the vets here, Juk. Well, in Retro, I think. Well, yeah, Retro Zero is still here. It's like Retro Zero was here earlier. Pay me in cheese.
I take no pleasure in this, but we either choose to win this war and live free.
Oh, the Mario shirt? Ah, yeah.
It is our moral imperative to rescue Stryker before Magneto does something he cannot.
I do love my Mario shirt. It's amazing. Waiting for the skin. Oh, that's so wrong. That's so terrible.
That's beyond my standards.
But see, they're both here. They exist.
You have won this
Pay me in cheese.
battle goes on.
I am not a cheese whore. I'm not, I swear.
Slay me.
That said, if you feed me, I will, like, love you forever and ever and ever. Basically. Not quite, but close. I mean, it'll be like a really severe like. Bordering on lust. I mean, like, just buy me food, yo. Seriously. That's the most amazing thing ever. I will give Retro what I have won. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. Retro quit too. Everybody quit, you guys. Everybody quit.
Xavier Institute.
My powers of perception have increased quite drastically.
I quit for a while, but then I came back. Holy for holies! Well, we got items. We got items on top of items on top of items. We didn't even get any, like, good uniques. Like, what the fudge? This is terrible. You call this fat loot? This is horrible. Horrible fat loot. It's the worst. Okay, well now you know what's in the shield supply thing. I unfortunately did not get super lucky. Tried to just... Nobody wants it! I literally can't even give stuff away at this point. Oh, so sad. Not that it's inherently a bad thing. I'm just noting. You guys think I'll get a good roll on my unique thing for this dude? I kind of doubt it. Alright. Well, that's done. So we're going to go ahead and redo a prestige. And you know what this means? We're totes going to rock out with our awesomeness out. Mark IV. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so let me see here. So Ronin. So it says no player was found with that name. Oh wait, I spelled it wrong. Ronin has been added. Okay. Whoa, Greek Snapper! Whoa! Tridine, you can't be making Greek Snapper and not sharing it with your best friend Danny. You can't be doing that. No. You can't be rolling like that, bro. Not cool, man. Not cool. No. That's not okay, sir. That is inadequate. Not cool. Whatever. It's fine. I don't care. Whatever. Alright. So, Jukercha would like a thing. Let me see if we can find Jukercha. Seriously, this thing needs to be changed so that it's actually easy to see. Let me see. Whichever one I see first. Ugh. Ah, there's Jukercha. And a Mark IV. Interesting choice. Let's see, what are you trying for? I don't know what you're trying for. But there you go. And you're Ronin. Helping out with some XP. There you go.
Do not act so surprised, Robert. I have always had this in me.
Robert? Is that like Roberto? Because Roberto is just a crazy robot who stabs people. All right, you guys. We got this. Go away. Nobody wants to talk to you.
And whose idea was it to put this cavalcade of roustabouts in one place?
Arigato. What is your welcome? Everybody knows arigato. But, whoa. Sorry, game crashed. That was very strange. Like, it literally just straight up, like... It just, like, exploded. So, let's, like, restart it, and... This is so weird. Either that or the game is telling me to stop playing. I can see it both ways. Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo. Who you're finishing before you have to farm? I'm gonna guess it's Squirrel Girl because you hate me. And you're just a terrible, terrible person. But that's just a random guess. What prestige is this? So I just finished purple, so that means I'm up to orange, if I'm not mistaken. I think. Because, let me think, it's... Yeah, because it's green, blue, purple, orange, red. And then cosmic is 6. We're getting there, you guys. We're getting there. So long as the game doesn't keep crashing and whatnots. So this will be interesting because this will be the first time I'm here with like my full complement boost of awesomeness. So we'll see how much that helps. I imagine it'll give me a nice little boon. I'm a little bit worried about this though. Let me actually take care of that first. So I'm going to get my shield supply boost at level 60, so that way I'll have it. And because otherwise if I get it now, it's going to be at like level 10. And it's like, what the fudge? Because it opens up for like whatever level you got it at is the level it stays. And we don't want none of that.
The world has other plans for us, Betsy. Happiness will forever be our reach.
I have seen
Really?
enchanted
Interesting.
rocket.
That looks so complicated. But thank you, Rev, for sharing. I just fail. Alright, so this won't take too long. I'm just here on business very briefly. 21 more heroes, good lord. That's a lot of heroes. Oh, that's right. Sorry. I forgot to reactivate it. Hang on. Uh-oh. Now OBS is like dying. There we go. Sorry about that. Five reds, a yellow, and a blue. Not bad. Wait.
Pry this from our
Yeah, okay, yeah. Cosmic. I was like, wait, yellow? Yay, I got my supply box. I told you it wouldn't be long. But no, that's very cool. Yeah, I made a promise, you guys.
Dr. Henry McCoy.
I said I'd be playing as Beast. Look at that. There's Retro Zero playing Magic 2014. God, that game is so old. Retro. That's why they call you Retro Zero, is because you play retro games from like 3 years ago. Ugh, who does that? That always freaks me out. Because I always forget that he actually breaks out, and I always think that it's like a mistake in the audio. And you guys, like, shh, no joke, you guys, like, seriously? I'm gonna get to do the costume grinder, too. So, it's gonna be awesome. Oh, that's right. Don't I have, No, I don't need more. Yeah, because I had a thing for a MODOK. Who do I have now? Mr. Sinister. Okay. Can potentially do.
Hopefully this doesn't come with yet another mutation.
I don't want to see your finishing. What is it? Oh, Rocket! Okay, okay, fine. I approve. I approve. I approve Rocket finishing. That's fine.
I need a jolt.
Well, no. If you don't have the 200% synergy, then don't prestige. That's a waste. You got to get new heroes because the prestiging doesn't count towards getting you that. I say it's been a real beast. Not really. I mean, it's not bad. Like, I mean, you guys all know the vast majority of you have like cosmic heroes, and it's like, I mean, it's really not a huge deal. Like, if you're boosted substantially enough, then it's just like kind of whatevs. And especially now, like with the powers, like you notice that the powers don't change when you prestige. Like they sort of get saved in place. So you don't even have to stop to redo that. You don't have to redo the PowerPoints, which is good because I never did that. So yeah, it's kind of nice. Oh, okay. You need to get the ES. Funny because I've been working on like I'm gonna be giving a lecture in a few weeks. Plus I've got one later this week about stem cells. So whenever I read ES, I automatically think embryonic stem cells now. But now I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Eternity Splinters. I got you now. I'm on your level now, bro. I'm on your level. No worries. I got you, sir. Also, I don't know why I'm not on Steam with you, Jokercha. Like, what the fudge? Does that mean you don't love me? I mean, I thought we were friends, sir. Sir. Excuse me, sir. I thought we were friends. Excuse me. Wow. Rude. Do y'all see how rude Jokercha's being? Not cool.
Let's make this quick.
Juggernaut may have the strength of a freight train, but he has all the grace of a defenestration.
All the strength of a defenestration. Nobody says defenestration. You guys even know what it means? It means to throw someone out a window. Like, seriously. It's like so weird.
This is my evolution.
500 XP? Good lord.
Banners still exert a modicum of control.
Do not call me Warren, except that I am only
You know what's kind of ironic? It's that, like,
Whatever S.H.I.E.L.D. has in mind,
what's his name? Beast is sitting there asking Hulk if there's a modicum of Bruce Banner, but it's impossible for Hulk to answer in the negative. Because essentially he would just say, like, grunting noises, right? So there would not be a completely affirmative yes or no. I mean, there could be a yes if there actually is a modicum of control. But I'm just saying, that is a bad science. That is bad science, Beast. Bad. Bad science.
my, that is satisfying.
What the name? What you calling me? Jokerchild's calling me names. He's too scared to say what the name is, though. He's just like, what the name? You know, what your name, sir? What your name? It's this Rev is posting more weirdness. What is it this time? That's awesome. I want that. I want that shirt. That is incredible. I'm just saying, Rev, I'm just saying that this is my birthday month, so you should totally buy me that shirt because it would be amazing. I would totally wear it to work. And everybody would laugh and understand it. I wouldn't wear it to, like, important meetings, though, so don't worry. My Steam name is the same as my in-game name, Blutz Pizza. And it's also the same as my Twitch name. It's like the same as everything. Everything. Like, it's not hard. I'm super lame like that.
Hopefully this doesn't come with yet another mutation.
You know what, I'm curious. With the whole, like... So, the Celestials put in the X gene, right? And that's how we have mutants. So, has it ever happened where, like, the X gene goes off and it mutates or whatever, and then, like, something really tremendously and exclusively bad happens? Because, like, take Blob, for example. You know, one generally might not consider that to be a positive thing, but... you make it work, right? So, like, have there ever been anything that's, like, straight up just bad or lame? So, like, the whole thing with Meg and Family Guy when they all got powers and she could, like, grow her fingernails. It's like, are there ever any mutants like that? Or it's like, my mutant power is, you know, I can tell you what time it is, no matter what, and I don't have to look at a clock. You know, I'm sure that there's a mutant who can actually do that, but they are also able to do other stuff too. But, like, can you imagine if that was, like, your only power? Or you always knew your exact GPS coordinates. It's like, it's something that's very, very circumstantially useful. It's like, especially the time thing. Like, it's like, oh, I know what time it is no matter what, and like it's perfect. Or like you can adjust your sleep schedule perfectly and you never get jet lag or whatever, you know, stuff like that. You know, is that, like, I mean, seriously, does that ever happen? Because I would like to see that kind of Marvel comic. You know, like, where are the lame mutants that nobody cares about? Oh, the Morlocks? Well, that's just sad because they look all nasty. Like, you can't have, like, a halfway regular-looking person who just has a relatively useless mutation? To blow up and die? Okay, well, that sort of counts, I guess. Almost playing the game for a year. That's pretty impressive. Branding. Exactly. Hashtag branding. I was branding before branding was cool, you guys.
I'm afraid that's beyond my capability.
Cypher. Isn't Cypher's pretty cool, though? Can't he literally decrypt anything? That's an awesome power. I would love to be able to do that. I mean, that's definitely not a worthless thing. Like, can you imagine, like, you became like a linguistic prodigy and also like computer programmer. Like, can you imagine if you were a computer programmer who could speak any world language? Like, seriously. Because that's essentially what you'd be. You'd literally be able to write any code in any architectural language, and you'd be able to work for any country on the planet because you'd be able to speak their language. It didn't stop him from getting shot. Well, fine, it doesn't stop you from getting shot. That's why you keep your head low and, you know, get like a really freaking high-paying job of ridiculous awesomeness. Where, like, so the official interpreter for the UN speaks like 34 languages or something like that. Cypher is basically C-3PO. Like, you know, you would literally get any translational job that you want if you were a Cypher.
Foresee you becoming a productive member.
Could speak Latin. Yeah, that would be great. Like, all you speak is dead languages, so you go around just like speaking in Mayan and Latin. Just to mess with people's minds. That would be hilarious. I mean, not to mention you could work as the... So, like, you could be a computer programmer who works as for the NSA as, like, their only code breaker. Because you would be the only person that they would need. Like, come on. Granted, you might make yourself a little bit of a target for, you know, assassinations or whatever, but, like, your identity would likely be a secret. I mean, unless you're an idiot and you, like, put yourself all up on YouTube or whatever. Can you imagine that, where it's like you have that power, but you also have the hubris of needing to show it off all the time? That would suck.
My mind has never been more clear.
You can explain them the situation. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Is like, why are the aliens coming in and blowing up everything? You know, maybe if we can just sit there and chat and, you know, just work things out. Maybe they would realize that we're kind of cool dudes. We just sit there, play a couple of games, you know? Just sort of chill out with some aliens. Ain't nothing wrong with that, yo. Ain't nothing wrong. But either way, I think it's a really cool power. But that's what I mean. Is like all of the X-Men, basically by definition, have like interesting, combatively or technologically or somehow useful powers that they can call upon when needed. And that's what I said. Like, I want to see, you know, like Time Sport, where he knows, like, he knows what time zone they're in and the exact time that it is. Like, how would the X-Men use that? Seriously. Would you be the official timekeeper at the X-Men Olympics? Like, what would you do? Okay, snot sounds pretty worthless.
Won't even get me. Just thought I'd mention the fact that you may see a lot of you around here. That's a big part
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a worthless power, just making a bunch of mucus constantly.
of reality.
So notice I went up, between the prologue and chapter 1, I went up by 30 levels. I just want to, you know, put that out there to the world. Change the channel by blinking. Yeah, there you go. That's another one that's kind of worthless. I mean, can you imagine that kid like at the frat house though or something? Like he would do very well winning a lot of like random bar bets too.
You ain't taking me.
My mind has never been.
Yeah, it's just funny to think about, you know, like the kid who sat there blinking to change the channel in X2. You notice that we never heard about his accomplishments because it doesn't fucking matter. Because he did nothing. It's like, oh, he really perturbed Magneto by changing the channel in that dusty old bunker. Whoa, grr. Incidentally, I'm going to finish up chapter 2 here, and then I'm going to get going because Danny got to eat.
Apocalypse is dead. I am not free.
Either way, point being, it's just an interesting thing to think about. See, never having to sleep would be freaking awesome. Well, okay, never having to sleep and you don't feel tired. Like, you don't feel the need to sleep. As opposed to, like, you don't have to sleep, but you, like, feel bad if you don't. But it's not physiologically necessary for you to. It would be great if you just, like, felt awake all the time. God, you get so much done. Can you guys imagine how much science I would do if I never had to sleep? Good lord. Why would I have to do that? There is no reason for Danny to prestige Squirrel Girl. None whatsoever. Or there's another potentially useless thing, is that, like, if you're tasting food, then you can list off every ingredient inside of it. You know, you don't know any information about where the ingredients came from or anything like that. You just know what's in it. So, like, maybe you know, like, the country of origin of the dish. Like, what kind of dish it is. But you don't know who made it or any of the ingredient locations or anything like that. Because, you know, like, some people are like that with wine, and it's just like, whoa, calm down there, bro. Like, seriously, chill.
This is quite fierce. I mustn't let it go to my head. My stars and garters, there goes another one of me. First I turned myself blue and furry, now I've cloned myself somehow.
That's a really good point, Your Honor, is that by and large, a lot of the mutants' powers grew when they figured out what they were actually doing. Because it's like, you know, like with Nightcrawler, for example. Oh, he teleports. Okay, but what is the mechanism by which he teleports? You know, he goes into an alternate dimension temporarily. That's pretty awesome. And that can drastically change the types of things that you can do with a power like that. You know, and, like, you can potentially trap people in there and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Rev, don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Like, yeah, I mean, it's nice to get fun stuff like that, but it's not necessary. It really isn't. You could become a really great chef. Well, but again, you know, like, just because you know what it is, that means that you could steal somebody else's recipe. It doesn't mean that you know the ratio of ingredients. It doesn't mean you know how long they were cooked. It just means you know what's in it. It means that you would do really well on that the palate test that Chef Ramsay always gives his new chefs. So you'd be able to know what's inside, but you wouldn't know the ratios or how long they were in there for or how they were prepared or anything along those lines. Literally all you would know is what's inside. And that would be even sadder. Because then, can you imagine that? Like, you can taste it and you can know what's inside, but you literally don't know anything beyond that. Like, you were a terrible cook, but you just have a brilliant palate. Which I'm sure happens on occasion. But again, it's like freaking worthless. You know, you could be like a circus sideshow act. Yes, the AIM guy's all stuck underneath all the stuff that fell. Yes, it is hilarious and ridiculous. I always laugh when I see that kind of stuff in this game, or in any game. Although it seems cruel to an extent. So I guess after this chapter, so after I'm done, not with Taskmaster, but with Hood, so I'll finish that up, and then I'll get going just after that. But I do want to put my stuff in the costume grinder and see if I get something good. What is that? Cyberform. I don't think I've seen you here before. Welcome, first off. But that is true. You'd be able to taste, like, if there's anything inappropriate in there. You could be a really good health inspector. There's C-Rev! You would be a good food safety person. Exactly! Or it's like, you could taste the poison. You're not immune to the poison, but you could know it's there. You would know for certain that it's poisonous. You'd be dead, but you'd know. But either way, my point being is that as far as the X-Men are concerned, they more than likely would not have a particularly good purpose for that type of ability. At least I can't think of why they would need that particularly. Cyclops' original? So do you mean like the 90s costume? Because that's what I consider his original costume. That's the one that I have equipped, and I love it. Love, 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 love it. I honestly don't remember how I got it, but I've got it now, and that's all that matters. Who was that? Somebody did a thing. Oh, Cyberform! Thank you so much for the follow. Great to have you. That's true if you knew what poison it was, but still means that you would always risk poisoning yourself. Run, 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 run away. You have to go to college tomorrow. I know the feel. Don't worry, Evil Adam. I totally feel you.
I've been looking forward to this.
It's totally reasonable. That's been one of my biggest problems is I have not been able to sleep well. Well, for most of my life, I've never really been very good at sleeping, but lately particularly, I've just had so much stuff going on that I'm like, I'm not done. Like, I have to stay up. I have to finish this and do that and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, like, tonight is one of those nights, and most of this weekend was like that as well. It's just, like, ugh, it's a mess. Well, thank you for staying and waiting, Evil Adam. That's very nice of you. All my story things. Alright. Well, I got to level 45 in, what, 20 minutes or so? I'd say that's pretty solid. Alright. So, let's get some grinding done. Oh my god, this actually happened. So somebody mentioned this on my in a comment that we can't trade in the uniques anymore. Like, what the fudge? Why did they do that? I don't remember seeing a thing about it. That's really frustrating. Like, seriously, that's annoying. The fudge. Okay, here we go. Ready? Let's see if I get something good.
Dr. Henry McCoy, at your service.
Alright, is it good or is it terrible, you guys? You gotta be honest with me. Really? Taskmaster Udon? Ugh. Let me see. I'm gonna use the one I've got equipped now. Alright. Always knowing what temperature it is in Red Square. That is definitely a useless mutant power. Alright. Here we go again, you guys. Are you ready? Okay, is this a good one? Is this a good one? Is it? Is it? Oh, Doctor Strange Defenders. Okay, I'll take it. I'm curious. I'm curious about what it looks like. I don't think I have Doctor Strange's thing. I do have Doctor Strange's thing. Awesome. Incidentally, we can finally get rid of all the Uruforged. Yeah, I need to do that. So just for funsies, I'm going to take a look. I mean, it's unfortunate because I've got the Fear Itself costume for Doctor Strange, and I love it. Love, 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 love it. Like, this is an awesome costume, and I really don't want to change it, but I'm just curious what it looks like since I've got it now. I mean, that'll definitely be a grinder one.
I doubt even I could separate.
I do. I need to do another stash clean. At the very least, get rid of all the Uruforge that I've got.
Dr. Henry McCoy, at your service, of course.
That is true. We do have to redo the what's it called? The pet things. I'm just wondering why they got rid of those, because that's how I was building up my relic stocks, and that's really unfortunate that they got rid of it. I didn't realize that they had made that change. That's unfortunate. But either way, I'm going to get going now, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Have a great week. I will be back on Saturday. At least as of right now, I'm planning to. I'm debating about taking Saturday off because it's been just a crazy few weeks, and I just need to, like, sort of chill for a little while. So we'll see. But I will let you know. Keep an eye on Facebook and Twitter if you're not already doing so. But thank you guys for being here. Congrats again to our winners for the fortune card things. And we're going to keep on keeping on with Beast because we're doing good. We're doing good and we're pushing through. So it's going to be awesome, you guys. But take care. And hopefully I will see you guys on Saturday.